Documentations are really important if you are a software developer. Let's say you have launched a product for consumers or other developers. In that case, to show them how your product work or to showcase the terms and the rules inside your project, you need to develop a documentation. But you know what? We're gonna create a documentation in this video within seconds without any kind of frustrating things. So without any further ado, let's get started. So we're gonna use this tool called as Dokuo to generate our documentation. So what is this tool and how to use it? That's what we're gonna see today. So let's say you want to create a documentation for a Python program. In my case, I'm going to create a documentation for my Python program. It is an employee management Python program, and I'm going to create a documentation with Dokuo right now. And what do you need exactly? Well, you just need a GitHub account and Dokuo account. That's it. Now you can just create documentation with ease. So let's do that. So first we're going to create a Dokuo account. So let's click start for free. Now we should get an email, so let's go and verify that. So we're gonna go and verify our email address, and once we do that, it should open up Dokuo. Okay, so this is our Dokuo page. So first we're gonna link our GitHub account, so please make sure that you have a GitHub account and you have signed in. So let's sign in with GitHub, and yeah, so there we go. So now we have signed in with GitHub. The next thing is we're going to create a documentation repository, which means it just stores all your documentation sites data in your repository. So let's go ahead and create a documentation repository. Good. Now I need to enter my project's name. I'm going to name my project as MPs because it's employee management. So let's click complete, and once we do that, let's say MPs Python. Good. Complete. And that will create us a documentation site, and of course it will create a documentation repository in your GitHub account. So if you see here, we have dashboard here. So first we're gonna go ahead and go to our customize section right here. So we can actually customize our style and all the other things of our project. I'm gonna name my project as MPs, and we're gonna add an icon later. So the next thing is we can even connect custom domain. So if you own a domain, you can go ahead and include your custom domain, which means it can be .com, .in, .net, .wiz. It's your wish. The next thing is we're gonna just click on save, and I'm gonna go to the home and trigger an update. So once you click on trigger update, it will take about 3 to 4 minutes to trigger an update, and that will actually deploy your site by retrieving the latest information updated on your GitHub repository and load it into the site and just deploy the entire site. So if we just see here, our first deployment is successful, which means we can actually visit the site, but our second and third deployments are still updating. We can give that time. So when you click on this link right here, that will open us the documentation site which we just created. So there we go. It is a modern and a good looking site. We can actually customize this now, but this is the site, entire site. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go to our GitHub page. So go to github.com, and inside that we should just go to our repositories section, and there we go. So when you click on this docs starter, so this is our documentation site. So when you just go to the dokuo.config.json file, this just opens up the all the data, all the information about your documentation site. You can customize the logo, you can customize the title and the labels and other stuff from here. And the best part of this is you can actually integrate OpenAPI into this and get the benefits of OpenAPI in your documentation site. Next thing is we're gonna head to docs, and inside docs we're gonna go to sidebar.json. So this will open up the sidebar data, which is this navigation header of our documentation site. So this is our data which is displayed on the sidebar. We can actually change this according to our needs. We can just go and click on edit file. We can edit this according to you, according to your needs. And the best part of this is you can actually have multiple sections in your sidebar. For example, in the overview section we have two main things, which is introduction and basic features. And when you go all the way down to editing docs, you have managing docs, and that itself is a sub menu. When you click on that, you have another three options which is displayed here, which is right here over to editing docs. When you go to editing docs, we can see that in the items we have all these three items which is displayed over here. So we're gonna customize the page, so we're gonna do that. So if you see here, under the docs folder we have multiple folders for every single needs. So if you see here, we have overview, getting started, editing docs, customizing, engaging users, and using OpenAPI, and that is right over here. So if you see here, we have all the data as separate folders. We can edit that according to our needs. So first I'm going to edit the overview section. So if we just click on overview, inside that we have the basic features and introduction, which is this part. So basic feature and introduction. Let's just change the introduction for now. So when you click on the introduction, this is our data which is displayed right on this page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head to Gemini and I'm going to just write an overview. So write an MD file, which is an overview of a Python employee management program. Generated an MD file, so we can just go ahead and copy the file, and then we can just go to edit this file and Control A, backspace, and Control V. And if we just click on commit changes and commit directly to the main branch, and if you see here, this is our newly updated overview file. So if we just head to our Docuo and if we just refresh the page, I think this will be updated now. Not yet. So let's just trigger an update and wait for that update to trigger. So it will take some time, so let's wait. So as you can see that the latest 4 updates are successful, which means the changes are deployed in our documentation site. So if we just go to our site by clicking this link, in that case we can see that the content is now updated. As you can see, we have our custom content which is made by Gemini. So this content is right on our GitHub. If we go to our repository, in the docs section inside the overview folder, we should see this introduction. And as you can see, this content is copied from Gemini, and then I just deployed it to my documentation site in this dashboard, and it is updated in my own documentation site. It's that simple. You have you just like this, you can customize any section you want from this folder right here. Next cool thing is we're gonna explore the dashboard. So if we go to the editor, we can see that we have a built-in editor. So not only editing files with GitHub is easy, we can also edit the files with Docuo's built-in default editor. So if we just go, it's just like a normal code editor's UI. You can do whatever you want, you can edit your files, and then you can deploy it directly from Docuo. The next thing is we can go ahead and customize our site. This is I showed this before. The next thing is we can see our analytics in this page, and if we go to activity history, we can see all the logs of our site, which means the updates we done and all the changes we made in our site. The next thing is we go to members. We can invite members. If you work as a team, if you work under a company, in that case you need to invite your members into your site so that they can deploy some things which you missed, or you want them to deploy anything on the site, they can do that. But the thing is, you need to subscribe to their paid plans, because in free tier you can only have one workspace members. So in that case you need to sign up for one of these plans. But here's the catch: Dokuo offers you 14 days of free trial, so you can try Dokuo, and if you are okay with their service you can continue the plan, or else you can cancel the plan as you wish. But this is their plans available, and you can select any plan of your choice, and you can actually subscribe to one of these plans, and that's it. So that's Dokuo. That's how you create a free documentation site without any kind of frustration, entirely for free. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Until then, bye. Hope you learned how to create documentation, and hope you learned something new in this video. If you did, don't forget to give a like, share and subscribe to Tech Fortitude, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Okay, until then, bye.